let me ask Mr. Sharma that from his lens, and he's looking at a pan-India market for insurance, etc. How does he see this? You know, we pulled 300, there are only 300 million people below the poverty line according to the official statistics. So we pulled a lot of people out of poverty. There is a migration taking place in many parts of India from rural to semi-urban, urban. How will this act as a lever for reforming rural market economics?
Thank you, Mr. Roy. I think both you and Mr. Ghosh have actually set the tone for the discussion this morning in regard to reforming rural India. I would like to sort of speak on basically one aspect of the whole financial products and the financial segment thing, and that is the insurance segment. As you are all aware, the penetration of insurance in this country is very low. It's at about 0.7%, that is for the general insurance segment. And for the life segments, it's about 3.5% of GDP. Now, when you talk about penetration levels of as low as 0.7%, that means which is the segment which is getting excluded? It is obviously the rural segment which is getting excluded. And we are now on the verge, maybe during this current parliament session, you could have the insurance bill passed where it gives flexibility or it gives opportunities for more FDI, foreign direct capital, to come into the insurance sector. But I'd like to raise a concern here. We've seen FDI in the insurance sector coming up. You have about 20 odd private sector companies. Most of them have JV partners, which are insurance companies from abroad. Like our company, SBI General Insurance, we have an Australian joint venture partner who have also brought in 26%. But what is happening, and this is a question, I don't have hard data to actually see it, is this capital being concentrated in the urban and metro areas where you already have a developed market or a market going towards maturity? So when this market is opened up and it gives opportunity for increasing the inflow to about 49%, will we see something of the same sort? That the capital will again concentrate in the urban and metro center locations where there is huge opportunity for general insurance particularly. But what has happened in the last few years is that because of this concentration in capital, because of the number of insurance companies coming in, the segment itself has seen tremendous strain in terms of pricing. Pricing has been discounted tremendously, as a result of which a question is raised on the sustainability. So this is a basic question which I would like to raise. But how do we go about it? Mr. Ghosh had spoken about, a very important thing about the rural segment when he talked about distribution and distribution networks. I think this is the key. First, when you talk about general insurance, it's actually risk that we are talking about. So you've got to identify what are the kinds of risks that the rural population, whether in the service sector, in the agri sector, a bit maybe towards the manufacturing sector. So it is very important that we identify the needs, the risk needs. Everyone is exposed to risks. None of us here are exposed to risks. So we need to identify the needs. What is happening in the market today is that you have a band of products, you have a whole range of products which are actually standard in nature. So the insurance companies or the insurance segment is trying to push these products into the market irrespective of the fact whether it is needed by the customer or it is not needed by the customer. So I think that is a fundamental issue that we need to address, and that is to identify the needs. Secondly, and something which Mr. Ghosh had touched upon, is about skill development and awareness. Now, take for example, products like insurance, actually basically they are not investment products. They are products for protection. So when you're talking about products for protection, it's some kind of an investment you make and you're not very sure about the return. The return becomes apparent only when some kind of an event takes place. An insurance event, say, take for example what happened in Vizag, or take for example what happened in J&K. Now, the eastern coast of this country was always susceptible to, such kind of cyclones and storms. But this was the first time in the history of the country that such a storm hit an area where the population density was high. So the damages were also high. So we cannot actually forget this. That is why it is very important that we have some kind of a awareness campaign about the requirements for insurance, and awareness campaign and education campaign about this, and identification of the needs. Having said that, and once you do that, you will find that distribution becomes a challenge, because general insurance products are normally in the rural sector low ticket products, might not be viable. But the kind of organization that Mr. Ghosh has built up, and have been associated marginally with this when I was working in the northeastern states, I think they have done tremendous work, and that is the strength. When you talk about general insurance, one big negative that we suffer from is, transparency. I mean, not everybody knows what this product is. There is a lot of fine print there that your claim is going to be settled provided this, and everything is written in fine print. So that is why, as I said, the need for awareness and education is very important. And secondly, the distribution network. And when I say a distribution network, it means that this network must enjoy the trust of the people. And how do you improve the trust of the people? The trust of the people can only be improved when there is a constant connect between the distributor and the customer. Now, in the formal sector, suppose you talk about banks or you talk about insurance companies, there are limitations because of the way they are structured. There are cost issues over there when you can't possibly have a branch in every possible village there. But if you have a distribution network which is slightly different, like the NGOs, you talk about the microfinance institutions, where they work at a local level almost on a family basis. And if you can tie up a trustworthy insurance company and a trusted distribution network, I think we have something going. And that is where, even if it's possible to sell a product, you have to also examine the possibility of servicing. So that is also an important issue where. So in this kind of a connect when you establish, so I think it's something like building up a chain which connects the ultimate designer and deliverer of the product along with the ultimate consumer. Once we have this connect, I think it's fantastic. Mr. Roy had spoken about, urbanization and all that. In the last census, there was an interesting concept which came up. They talked about census towns. Census towns are actually villages which had begun to show characteristics of urban centers. They conglomerate, they become large, they have something like a mini supermarket. The pattern of expenditure is changing, it's going more towards consumer goods and things like that. And that is also a result of certain kind of developments taking place in the manufacturing and the service sectors. For example, I'd like to cite the example of a village in Maharashtra called Chakan. It's a few hundred kilometers from Bombay. Now, Chakan has become a manufacturing hub for the auto ancillary industries. So once that has become, you have some kind of a socio-economic change taking place there. You have the characteristics of a manufacturing segment or a manufacturing industrialized town, so to say. At the same time, you have characteristics of a village where the social functions or social interactions are carried out in the form of a village, but it starts beginning to. Now, those are the centers where Mr. Roy had also spoken about the 100 smart cities which is there. I think we are on the way. So as far as I am concerned, when we talk about inclusion, financial inclusions, whether you're talking about banking products or insurance products, I think it is the connect and the trust that you can establish between the producer of a product and the ultimate consumer. I think the answer would lie in this when we talk about reforming rural India.